Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Latched podcast. Melissa here. If it is your first time joining us, we are here to talk about parenthood, and especially those of you who are in the trenches raising little ones with us. Today, we are going to talk about some summer prep, some ideas, some things that we do with our own kiddos, some stories, some memories, all of that jazz. You're listening to Latched Mama Podcast. I'm your host, Melissa Wirt, busy mom of 6 and owner of LatchedMama.com. Join us each week as we talk about pregnancy, breastfeeding, postpartum, and all things motherhood. Hey, friend.
Hi there.
So Kennedy just handed us note cards, guys. For those of you who don't know, Lindy's here. Lindy's also,
Hi.
Lindy has 6 kids. She designs all of our clothes at Latched Mama. She keeps me sane. It's great. It's awesome. But Kennedy just handed us note cards, and apparently we're supposed to play a game. And I don't really understand why we play these games. Is it to get to know each other better? Is it for the user enjoyment? Is it what is it? Do we know?
I don't know. I mean, if humming songs helps you to know me better, but I think it's more for their enjoyment.
So
and
literally
laugh.
we're going to make ourselves look ridiculous.
Yeah.
And okay. All right. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
So we have note cards in front of us for those of you who are listening, and I'm supposed to flip it up, and I'm supposed to read the note card, and I'm supposed to hum the song, and Lindy's supposed to
I'm
guess
supposed
the
to
song.
know it. Mm-hmm.
My gosh, Kennedy.
Bring it.
I can't. Why do you do this to us, Kennedy? All right, ready?
You sound like a bumblebee. Sorry, girl.
I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston.
Oh, wow.
Were you
okay.
close?
I heard it a little.
Were you close there?
I was way off.
I thought this was going to be like Happy Birthday or like...
No, and apparently when he says, yeah, these are songs you know, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, God, Kennedy.
All right, you're up.
Probably not. Oh.
You're not getting out of it. Oh, come on. I thought we were supposed to be talking about summertime. Beat it? What? What the heck was that? All right, do it again. Yeah, I got nothing.
Come on, it's Ice Ice Baby. Sounds a little constipated.
That was good. I'm sorry. That was so good. You have got to get this one. I am so proud of my humming on this one. What? You did it again?
Do it again, please.
Oh my God. All right.
Sweet Carolina!
Yes!
Good job, friend.
I'm so proud of myself.
All right, ready?
Yeah. Staying alive.
Yes! Oh my gosh, we did it. Okay.
Right, hold on. I have another one.
Oh, you're going
right.
again? I'm going to need that again.
I'm into this now. I don't even want to talk about this summer. I just want to play games. It's like somebody we've talked about on the podcast before.
Britney Spears?
Yes.
I don't know what song it is, though. Not as clear as the last one.
Kennedy's laughing and it's not even close.
I mean, it was so clear.
Yeah, it was so clear. All right, what are we talking about today for real?
Being bored.
Sorry for whoever like literally just fast forwarded through that because that was really random, but it was really fun.
Make your kids do this.
These games
There you go.
Make me cry a little bit because I
Yeah.
laugh so hard. They're really good. Summer, sweet, sweet summer. So do we want to talk about like ages and age range? And what do you have going on this summer? I can remember what I have.
Yeah, so we're talking about like that kind of that transition into like not having daily schedule, the classes, the schooling, all that, and the like, Mom, I'm bored.
Make a schedule.
There's no one to play with. Da, 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 da.
As a homeschooling mom, I can say you can have a schedule without a day full of school. So make a schedule. It will help you tremendously. Kids like structure. I mean, of course, have some unstructured time, but coming from a family who does as least structure as possible, some structure is definitely important. We are a big swim team family. I am adamant that like fun summer neighborhood swim teams, if your kid can save themselves and can just get kind of down the pool, convince the coach to take them in that younger age group, and it is the most inexpensive, great swim lessons ever because they go every single day and will get stronger as swimmers.
Yep.
So we are big swim team family.
Yeah, we're doing that too. We'll see how often they can get there.
Yeah, they can ride their bikes though.
Yeah. But I agree. I like the schedule. Some summers we've done a little checklist. So there's things on there that, 30 minutes of reading, hour of some sort of craft or creative, make a project, outside play for whatever. And, they can kind of pick when they're doing it, but it's like here are things that can kind of like fill your day type of thing.
Yeah. Then there's summer camps. There are summer camps for every single like interest your child may have. Yeah. Or not interest they may have. I know for like the younger ones, we've done a couple of like forest camps, like day camps that they just go out in the woods and they play for the day. Those were really cool. But every sport has one. There's sleepaway camps. My 7-year-old, how old is Caroline? Caroline's 6. Caroline wants to go away all summer to sleepaway camp, which is hilarious to me because I worked at one during the summers in college, and I worked at an amazing one in upstate New York. But it was unlike I didn't know these places existed. It's like you go for the entire summer. Like your only option is to go to summer camp for 8 weeks.
But other than forest school, no one done a sleepaway camp. None of mine have either.
No.
Yeah.
No. So the boys, nothing to do with it. Nathan, I swear, will be living with us until he's 40. Caroline is sign me up. I want to go where you work.
Peace out.
I will see you in 2 months later. And I'm like, you're 6. But it's really funny because when I worked there, I was like, who would send their 7-year-old away? How do I have these little 6 and 7-year-olds for 2 months? This is crazy. But then I gave birth to a Caroline, and now she's like,
now you understand.
I want to go. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I almost want to send you, but I don't because I am selfish.
Yeah, Nora saw a horse because she was asking about horse camps. Yeah. And I was like, well, you're already going to a couple this summer. But I was like, but I did find one it was a week
Camp
away.
Friendship has a whole thing.
But I'm like, it's different. And then there's one that you had to have certain skills to go to and all that. And she's like, well, maybe can I look at it? She would 100% go. And
it's so funny how all the kids are so different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Lennox is like, I don't.
So even at 14, he won't it's so funny. Yeah. Kids are so, but do you push them? Are you supposed to push them to go away for a week?
I don't know. I think they would if they found a buddy to go with. And I think that would be really fun. I went when I was younger.
I went and had a terrible
with
time.
Somebody. Oh, you had a bad time. Okay.
But it was also my bowl cut stage where I had this super big shirt from Myrtle Beach that was all I remember I wore it all week. It went down to my knees, and then I had a bowl haircut. So it went right across my forehead and around the back. And then one kid wanted to dance with me at the dance.
Do you have pictures of this?
I'm sure. I don't know. One kid wanted to dance with me at the dance, but he had hugged a tree because his counselor had told him to, and he had poison ivy all over his body. So I couldn't dance with him, but he wanted to dance with me, which I still remember was really sweet. And he was this cute little I don't know. It was really funny. But I remember I made my mom stop at McDonald's on the way home because I hadn't eaten in a week because I was a food snob. Apparently, I don't know. I think I lived on peanut butter and jelly. I don't have any idea. I just have these memories of I didn't wear shoes for a week, which would not be a big deal for my kids at all because they don't wear shoes. But my feet were covered in red clay But I mean, I think it was a fun week. I don't know. It was just a really awkward age for me in general. So
yeah,
I think everything would have felt awkward.
Yeah, I went at the awkward age, but then like day 2, I was on like the dock and I like scuffed my foot. So I like lifted like the quarter size big flap. So I had to like go get a tetanus shot. And then I was like wrapped up for the week. But for the most part, I remember it was fun, like with bunks, and I'd bring my craft things for my bracelets, and like, it was fun.
I made candles, like dip candles, which I remember really being fun.
We're so off topic.
I don't
right
remember.
now.
Well, I'm trying to think about like what summer camp is, and like, do I
it's great.
Like,
yeah.
do I push
Yeah.
my kid? And I'm trying to like in my memory of my childhood remember, was this a good experience for me, or was it not a good experience for me?
I've heard some really good reviews about things, and then I've heard some other where you're taking like 12 kids and it's with like a 17-year-old, and I'm like, okay, maybe not.
But is it a good rites of passage? But then I think about the camp I went to, which was like $11,000, or it didn't work. I worked at it. It was like $11,000 a summer, and it was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
For the whole summer?
For the whole, like, your only option was to go the whole summer.
Okay.
But it was like a mix between extremely magical. Like, these kids lived their entire summers for their 8 weeks at camp, or their entire years for their 8 weeks at camp. It was incredible. Like, there was a chef, like there was a salad bar at every meal. It was the fanciest place you've ever gone, but it was really, really, really cool.
Okay.
I just couldn't imagine, like, I think I'm just too selfish of a mom. I'd want those memories with my kids, but who knows? Yeah. But anyways, summer camp's an option, guys, and we can keep talking about it.
I was going to say, if you're looking for like some inexpensive things, because I mean, let's talk about how much that adds up. Absolutely. I gave my kids, I'm like, you can find like 2 little things each, and then we got to stagger weeks because I'm like, how am I going to get you there? Like, I would look at local churches too, between like a VBS or something. Yeah. But like, our church is having like a Friday fun day from 10 to 12. So it's like not all day, but like you can sign up or go with a friend and it's free, and they do a little craft and they play outside. And I'm sure there are some other great half day, free, inexpensive, fun things that can like just change up your week a little bit, you know?
Absolutely. Because it can get like really, especially when like you're home with little ones, and now all of a sudden you have a 5 or 6-year-old home from school all day. And like, how do you do it all? Or you have a baby and it's been nice, but now all of a sudden you're having to entertain other little ones too.
And sometimes I find that Wednesday is a little magical. If I try to have something fun, like extra fun planned, then it's like, oh, it's the weekend. And then it's like a Monday, Tuesday. Oh, it's a Wednesday. And then like a Thursday friend. So if you can kind of break up those slots a little bit, sometimes that helps.
Wow. That's like,
I don't always.
That's thinking ahead.
I don't know.
Magical Wednesday. That's impressive.
I don't know.
And can we just thank the individual who finally invented the water balloons that just hook up to the thing, and then you turn the water on and they all fall off of the thing?
I know. I hate to be a downer, but then it's like all over the darn driveway.
Yes. Okay.
And I'm like,
yes, they're all over the driveway.
They got to pick it up.
But they're going to play with water balloons in childhood no matter what, correct?
Yes.
And those water balloons are going to be on the driveway no matter what, correct?
Agreed.
At least now we can hook the thing up to the hose and have them all fall into a basket.
Agreed.
It is incredible. It is like life summer mom hack.
Yes.
101.
Agreed.
Popsicles, just keep them someplace the kids can get them. Let them have them whenever they want. That's my other summer hack.
I like that.
Popsicles, sidewalk chalk, although the black asphalt gets really hot. I got like a folding table. So in the summer that kind of becomes like the painting table, and whether they want to, I will let them make some sort of Play-Doh, but it needs to be outside on the driveway. Gosh. I know. But it's kind of, they will pull it out and they set up their paint, and they, but it's kind of like a driveway thing, and it gets them outside. And I love coffee can ice cream. That's a really fun thing to do. You can buy like the balls that are made for it, but then you also can you take a large coffee can and then you fill it with ice and salt, and then inside of like a mason jar, you fill it with the ice cream materials, and then you just roll it back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and you play around with it and stuff like after dinner, before dinner. And then when you're done, you pull the can inside the coffee can out, and it's ice cream. Did you not know about this?
No, but didn't we do that here?
We did that with like
we
a
did
ball.
Like breast milk ice cream.
Yeah, but it was like a ball that was it's exactly the same concept, but this is like a much like kind of thriftier, easier way to do it.
Yeah.
we went through a stage when the kids were younger where we actually bought an ice cream maker, like a Cuisinart or whatever, and we would do like fresh strawberries and like we would have fun. People got to pick what like ice cream night was.
Yeah, we have that too.
Which was awesome.
We have a local pool, and I know that's a big privilege. But if you do have that, my kids, that is part of the checklist. They go there for like a couple hours each day, and it just gets all the energy out. They get to swim. But I know a lot of pools, you can just do a little summer membership or something like that. So if you're able to find something like that, swimming is wonderful.
The pool was my babysitter my entire childhood. I was a pool rat. I would like go with my sister who was like 7 years older than me, and she was a lifeguard, and I would go with her in the mornings and I would leave in the evenings, and then I ended up working there. And you know, it's really, really sweet because it's the same pool that my kids get to go do swim team and stuff at now. So it's amazing that it's come full circle because it has such amazing, wonderful memories for me.
Let's talk about the bored moments.
Okay.
And what your kids have come up with creatively, because I feel like when I'm bored, the first hour or two after the I'm bored statement is like pure, like awfulness.
Yes.
It's terrible. But you leave them alone, or you save all your Amazon boxes, or they go raid the garage where you keep the snowboard sled and like
absolutely
what they can create out of the boredom.
Have some duct tape around if you can invest in like my kids have like a tape bin that has all sorts of different duct tape in it so they don't mess with my stuff.
That's cool.
And like don't mess with like the stuff that like we actually need for the house. But yeah, let me say my kids have made like a summer like sled ramp. So like they duct taped stuff to a skateboard and made like a ramp down a hill. At our old house, they worked all day long on a fort, and then a neighbor called the HOA, and the HOA came and took it down. That was a terrible day in parenthood because I was angry at the woman who called. I'm like, they worked on it all day. Like you literally walked, she looked out her front door, watched these like 5 kids, like 10 and under, build this fantastic fort in the cul-de-sac. And then they finished, they walked away. She called the HOA. They came and they took it down. And I wanted to go, what would you rather them done? Would you rather them have been on video games all day?
Yeah.
No, they were out here building with their hands.
Yeah, when we were homeschooling, they built one in our front yard in this tree. And I mean, Linux literally like erected these 2x4s. Like I walked out and they're all sitting in it, and I'm looking at the construction, the platform, and a kid could fall out at any point, but somehow they didn't. Yeah. And it stayed up there, and I remember commented something on Facebook at the time, and then like the HOA lady, she's like, "Oh yeah, saw that when I was driving around today." And I was thinking like, can you just give us like 4 days more? Like they're loving it. Yeah. We actually didn't get in trouble, but we did take it down soon after. Yeah. It was quite the sight. I mean, all the colors, foam mats, this and that. I mean, complete like contraption of sorts, but it's probably so proud of themselves.
Probably why we moved to the farm, or why my anxiety is a little bit lower with the HOA now that we're at the farm.
You can do whatever.
Yeah, but every once in a while. So now they'll go back to the old house that we don't have renters in right now during the summer because it's close to the swim team pool. And they will build stuff in the backyard, and then we will get letters. And then we actually have to go back now and pick it up because they do the same thing. They just take everything they can and they build. They just get creative. Yeah. But how about like the little ones? Do you remember like when the little ones were little?
They're just very happy with water. If you're able to do some sort of water table, I mean, even like a simple plastic baby pool, and then bring out some cups, bring out measuring things that they can pour things back and forth. But anything water related, if they're not swimming or not comfortable going to the pool, was a huge hit on the driveway. My boys made this massive aqueduct that would like, they hooked up the hose by here and they built it so it went all the way down. They use like pool noodles and like, so hence back to the duct tape and letting them get creative.
There is a little splash pad on Amazon. I think it's like $15, $18. You hook up to the hose. Fantastic for the little ones. Yeah. Awesome option. Yeah. There are a lot of like just really, really cool things, probably straight from China, that are on Amazon. So many things that hook up to the sprinkler. Give yourself some space as well on that. So.
Yeah. And one thing that popped in my mind, a little random, but Like the Bowl America, if you check, they will. I know, totally
Bowl
off.
America, guys.
We're on to bowling now. Like, forget the water. We're on to bowling. So you're done with water play.
Go bowling.
Some of these places you can sign up and the kids get 2 free games.
Yep.
Is it a day or a week? I don't know what it is, but hey, rainy day activity. That's
thinking
a lot
about
of fun.
that too. If you've been home all day with the kids and you need to get out, there's a lot of places that have free kids dinner too. So like if your partner comes home and you're like, heck to the no, we're not eating at home right now. Like we have got to get out of the house. Also, and I think I've talked about this about 1 million times on this podcast because it's like my greatest 1 to 2/2 to 3 hack. When your kids are in their car seats, they can't touch you. So if you have been at home all day and you're nursing and you have kids climbing all over you and you're about to lose your mind, get in the car, put them in their car seats, and then go someplace. Maybe you just go drive around in a circle and listen to songs. Maybe that's the only way you can get the baby to nap, not on you, so you can do other things and you can have conversations with the other kids. But I remember literally going and just getting the ones that could eat ice cream, like a twist cone from McDonald's or ice cream from Chick-fil-A or something, and then just sitting in a parking lot while the baby slept. We were absolutely not productive, but everybody was happy and nobody was touching me. And I remember that was like literally a godsend, was just to get some space to not have people on top of me. So make sure you guys make some time for that as well if you need to. Not every minute has to be planned. Like Lindy said, kids get bored, but even if they're little enough that they don't know how to get creative when they're bored, put a show on. It's going to be all right.
Yeah.
Lower your expectations a little bit, especially if you have more than one kid at home. And you're not used to it.
Agreed. Yeah. I mean, I feel like we could throw out so many different things to like crafting things. Movies. Often there's dollar movies sometimes in your area, like every Fridays. Check that out. I can't say we've been a ton, but my kids have gone.
Big into a flip-flop basket. Just put a basket of flip-flops by the front door, right?
Yeah.
Because nobody can ever find shoes in the summer.
Yeah, you grab like the dollar flip-flops or something. Actually, I almost bought one the other day at the Dollar Tree. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm on a bubbles issue right now because I have a couple that just pour out the bubble sticks, and although they're like super cheap, like I can't watch somebody pour out a bubble stick again. So maybe
the bubble machines. We had them. I mean, they'd eventually break, but probably the bubble machine.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. The bubbles are fun.
You guys did an inflatable pool during the pandemic. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I was going to throw that out too. I think it was like the $39.99 one. It's pretty big.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, those teens, they probably took it a little bit too far.
Yeah.
Turning it into like a run and dive and that kind of stuff.
Just
jump and splash and all of that. That was wonderful. Yeah. So if you can do that.
We had an inflatable one at the farm last year.
Yours was big. Yours needed a pump.
It was like an $89 pool. Yeah. But the kids loved that thing. And I liked it because it was tall enough that the ones who couldn't swim couldn't get into it. Yep. But then if they needed to stand in it, they could. It was just it had just a big ledge kind of thing on it. But it wasn't like an above ground pool. But it was worth almost every single penny that we spent on those super, super hot days that we didn't want to like actually go to the pool. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was kind of I don't know. I never thought I would ever own a blow up pool that big in my life, but it was fantastic. It was a great idea.
I love a very safe trampoline. I understand some people are not for trampolines, and that is fine.
You have the water on your trampoline.
Well, I was going to get there.
Oh, sorry.
I was probably going to disclaim that. That probably shouldn't.
All of it on
but
the
I'm
podcast.
Telling you, if you're okay with a trampoline, it's probably been one of the best investments. It's not even that expensive.
Does it make it rusty? Does it make like the
anything that you're?
Rusty?
Yeah, I've replaced the springs, so I found replacement springs.
Did you go individually replace each spring on the trampoline by yourself?
Yeah, there's a little hook. You just pull it and hook it. Well, it was either that or get rid of the trampoline because nobody was allowed on it because safety reasons.
It was rusty.
So I was like, well, if we're going to
Are they rusty because of the sprinkler on the top of it?
No, actually, ours were just very stretched out with 6 kids. And then you try to limit who gets on it. It they start to stretch them out. So it was time. Plus, we got that before we moved. So it's been 4 or 5 years.
Did you move with a trampoline?
Yeah. I know.
How did you do that?
Well, thankfully, we put it up there. We were there for 8 months. There was no rust, so I took the trampoline down. We put it back.
Took it all the way down, and then you...
It actually went together very easily because it was new. So there was no rust or anything like that. Anyways, but that's been a fun one. And then I found this little attachment that you attach with these zip ties at the top, and it sprays water into it. Mm-hmm. Now, it makes the trampoline heavy, hence probably why the springs broke. But that...
Safety third.
But that's been a really fun thing as well.
Yeah.
So
I love it. Just get outside. And those moments where like literally you think you're going to lose your mind, get outside, put them in the bathtub if you need to. That's a whole nother thing. Especially those like little ones if it's been a long day.
Like a little cheap pool.
Yeah. Little cheap pool. Or go get ice cream cones. Those are my things.
Yeah. But being bored's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Karen said when her kids get bored. And I've done this before.
She makes them do chores.
Like, if you cannot find something, I have something for you to do. That bathroom needs cleaning. Okay, I'm going to go get my book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I think cleaning something is going to need to be a part of the summer. Like, y'all can help.
Do they have chores?
They do. But sometimes not. I get a little bit like this on the bathroom cleaning because I'm like, I'd rather clean it myself without having to deal with you with a stomach bug in 5 days. Like, so now I'm like, can you please go to the half bath, take the wipe. I want you to wipe down like the sink area and like that, and make sure like the little trash can is changed out, or I don't know. But yeah.
All right, on to another topic. Okay, anyway, so we will record about chores at some point. But enjoy your summer, guys. Let us know if you have any questions, or, we'll chat more about it. If you guys have any good ideas, maybe we'll do like a round 2 with questions or something.
Yeah,
cool. All right, bye, guys.